everyone, so tonight I have my April favorites for you guys. Hopefully this will be up in a somewhat timely manner. I'm thinking it's going to be, so snaps for me if it is. If not, typical Kristen, typical Kristen. So I'm gonna just hop right in and get on with this so this video is not 25 minutes long. So my first favorite is the Benefit Professional Face Primer. I have had a serious love-hate relationship with this stuff. When I first got it and tried it, I was like, oh, this is nasty, this is disgusting, I don't like it. And recently I tried it out because I'm trying to get through all the samples that I have. I have about 8,000 samples of face primers and eye primers I'm trying to get through. And I picked this up. I was like, okay, let me just use this today. And I was like, wow, I'm really liking this stuff. And then I put on my foundation and I am absolutely in love with this stuff again. This is just a sample size, but to me this is a pretty decent sample size. I might go out and purchase the full size one. I'm not sure because, like I said, I have 8,001 face primers to get through. Foundation, I always find myself going back to this in like the spring and summer kind of months. It is the CoverGirl Nature Luxe Foundation and I am in the shade 305 Alabaster. This is the lightest shade that you can get. This to me is kind of just a very simple, quick, on-the-go foundation. I literally just put it on my hands and almost work it into my face like a moisturizer, but it evens out my skin tone and gives me awesome coverage. It still looks like skin, looks very natural, and I do really love this. To me, this is what I want a tinted moisturizer to be, even though it's not a tinted moisturizer. But I have been really loving this. And on cheeks this month, I have found my new favorite cheek combination as I wave this brush in your face. The first one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Tipsy, and this is just a really pretty orangey, slightly touching on corally color, but I love that on my skin tone. I do really like the way oranges look. I don't know why, I'm just a fan. And then to apply that, because those colors are very intense and extremely pigmented, I've been loving using the Sigma Duo Fiber Powder Blush Brush. And this is the F15, this is the new numbering, so I'm pretty sure that's still what it is. It's just a stippling brush and the bristles up top are not quite as dense, so I like that for putting on more intense blushes and more intense colors, so it's not just like streak of color on my face and we have some like 80s hot mess nonsense going on. I love the 80s, but the like line of blush is just a little bit of highlight. I've gone back to my Benefit Girl Meets Pearl. This is a liquid pearl for face. What you can do is you can mix this in with your foundation, you can use it as a highlight, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. You can mix it in with your moisturizer so your skin has that dewy kind of look. I like to use this just on the tops of my cheekbones. I got this, I want to say 2 Christmases ago, which it's probably like unsanitary at this point, but it's still good, still going strong. I absolutely adore this product. Oh my god, I use this religiously as my highlighter, and then I don't know why I ever stopped using it, but I'm back in love with this thing again, and it is just the perfect kind of candlelight, glowy, oh my god, I have perfect skin kind of highlight, and I do love that. So, and before I move on, this thing smells awesome. I don't know what it smells like, don't ask me what, but it smells awesome. Then as an eyeliner, I'm sure I probably have mentioned this before. I have been liking just putting in like a champagne color or a white color in my waterline as of late instead of like the black or the brown. And for that I've been using the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes in 23L. I've showed this in a haul video that was extremely delayed, so I think I uploaded that last week. I have had it for about a month now and I've been using this. I absolutely love it. It stays on my waterline all day, which is something incredible for me because eyeliners usually fade off within like the first hour. And a scent that I have been loving is the Escada Rocking Rio. I remember this came out, I want to say around last Christmas. I don't even remember when this thing came out, but I got it. I fell in love with it immediately, went out and bought like 3 bottles of it, and now I'm on my last bottle. And I don't know if this is limited edition or not because every so often I see it in like many boxes in Sephora and then sometimes it's nowhere to be found. But this scent to me, it's very sweet with like a kick almost. I wouldn't say it's musky, I wouldn't say it's florally, it's just sweet with a little bit of a kick. I really can't describe scents, so you're maybe better off not listening to me and just smelling it for yourself. That's pretty much it for my beauty favorites this month. As far as just random kind of favorites go, Fall Out Boy's new album was officially released. I believe it was at some point during this month. All I know is that pretty much for the whole month of April, I have been listening to this album on repeat and I am obsessed with it. I have been a pretty hardcore Fall Out Boy fan since I would say high school, and I absolutely adore this album. It is very different than standard Fall Out Boy. It is not, Take This to Your Grave. It's not any of that, but at the same time, I feel like this album has shown how they've grown and kind of grown as musicians and songwriters, but I do really love it, and I hate when people criticize bands like, oh, they changed. Like, what did you expect? Did you want them to keep putting out the same album like 8,000 times? No, because if that happened, then you'd be complaining about that too. So everybody can just shut up and just take the music for what it is. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. I don't want to hear your complaints about it. But anyways, back on track here. I love the album. Solid album start to finish. And then my last favorite for this month is a movie, and it is Due Date. Surprise, surprise. Guess who's in it? Robert Downey Jr. Oh my god. Anyways, this movie came out back in 2008. I'm pretty sure it's pretty popular. For me, this is what I wanted Planes, Trains, and Automobiles to be, and I hate saying that because John Hughes, the director of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, he is like my idol, and he is one of my directorial heroes. Him, John Waters, Kevin Smith, and Joss Whedon, those four are like my holy grail men, and if I could have dinner with them and just soak in their knowledge, I'm pretty sure I could take over the world in movies. Yes, Due Date, it is a kind of just funny, whatever, road trip kind of story with Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr. I'm sure pretty much everybody knows what this movie is about. I'm not really going to get into it. You don't want to hear my rave about Robert Downey Jr. to try and describe this movie, but I do really like it. Every time I watch this movie, I laugh, and there are times when I'll be reciting the lines and I still laugh, and it's just like, what am I doing with my life? But I don't care. I love this movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out, and if you have seen it and you haven't watched it in a while, go back and watch it. That about wraps up this April favorites video. I hope that you will enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe. All my links are in the down bar, and until next time, I will see you on the next video.